mouth you got there?
Charmed.
Think I've got something to shut that mouth, Butch?
We need to get the hell out of here.
I really am sorry.
Isn't your strong suit?
The story begins in remote Alabama backwoods where former Army Ranger Brenner Baker witnesses her husband Dylan being brutally murdered by a local cartel. The killers dig a large hole and throw both bodies into it, believing they've eliminated all witnesses. But they don't know Brenner is still alive. The bullets missed her vital organs. Brenner was in the elite special forces while Dylan was a police officer. It all started when Brenner and Dylan were driving to their vacation destination. A man in a truck overtook them aggressively, making obscene comments and harassing Brenner. Whoa, hey baby, I love you, he shouted from his vehicle. The couple stopped at a roadside restaurant to take a break. While Dylan went to the bathroom, Brenner sat alone at an outside table, unaware their nightmare was about to begin. The man from the truck, Butch, reappeared and approached Brenner, escalating his harassment to a dangerous level. This time he was more aggressive, hurling vulgar insults with intent to provoke.
What a mouth you got there?
Charmed.
Think I've got something to shut that mouth, Butch?
Yeah, well, you're being a bitch. What a mouth you got there. Think I've got something to shut that mouth, Butch sneered menacingly. Hey, we got a problem here. As tension peaked, Dylan emerged from the bathroom. Seeing the confrontation, he immediately intervened and a heated verbal argument ensued. The situation was about to explode when an elderly lady from the restaurant calmly stepped between them, easing the tension. She smiled warmly at Brenner and Dylan, saying the townspeople weren't used to seeing nice couples like them passing through. She apologized on Butch's behalf.
Sorry, I'm not used to outsiders here. Especially not good-looking ones like you.
Dylan, calming down, sincerely thanked the woman for her intervention. The couple continued their journey, looking for a beautiful forest spot to spend the night. As they began setting up camp, a female police officer approached and struck up a conversation with Brenner. She gave a friendly warning, explaining that locals in the area were rather strange and often unfriendly toward outsiders. She suggested they be careful if they planned to stay. Grateful for the advice, the couple decided to change plans and explore instead of camping. After the officer left, they continued through the forest. Dylan playfully asked Brenner whether they should go left or right. Brenner confidently chose left. As they stepped in that direction, a sudden downpour began. Fortunately, they found a small cabin and decided to take shelter inside. At first, they enjoyed the warm moment together, joking about the weather. But Brenner's curiosity got the better of her. While Dylan enjoyed the romantic atmosphere, she explored the cabin, going into another room where she discovered a hidden compartment. Quickly, Brenner called Dylan, telling him to check for anything suspicious outside. Dylan agreed they should leave immediately, but before they could escape, Butch suddenly ambushed them from behind.
We need to get the hell out of here.
When they awakened, they found themselves bound in a dimly lit room. The nightmare began as Butch tortured Dylan with sadistic brutality, beating him bloody while forcing Brenner to watch every agonizing moment. Butch also sexually assaulted Brenner, violating her while Dylan was forced to witness his wife's suffering.
Who sent you?
Nobody. We're on vacation.
The situation became dire when one of Butch's men entered and revealed a shocking fact. Dylan was a cop. This revelation made matters worse as Brenner realized their captors would do anything to silence them. Butch paused, panic evident in his eyes.
I really am sorry.
Butch pulled the trigger and shot them both without hesitation. I'm sorry. The scene flashes back to Brenner undergoing rigorous special forces training. The focused look in her eyes, Her disciplined movements and unwavering strength show that Brenner is no ordinary woman. She's a formidable fighter who can make enemies think twice. Returning to the present, Brenner awakens after the chaos. Miraculously, the bullet only grazed her, causing deep wounds and blood loss, but not killing her. When she came to, her first instinct was checking on Dylan. The devastating reality hit. Back at the campsite, Brenner was overcome with grief and guilt, blaming herself for Dylan's death since this trip was her idea. The weight of regret almost overwhelmed her, but her resolve strengthened as she remembered who she really was, a trained fighter, a survivor. The thought of letting Dylan's killers go free was unbearable. Brenner vowed to bring justice for her husband's death. With unwavering determination, she picked up her axe and embarked on her mission of vengeance. He killed my husband. You all died. Meanwhile, Butch returned to his mother's house where tension and depravity filled the air. Inside, Butch and his sons were brutally assaulting a captive woman.
As long as you can cook in the bedroom, that's all we care about. Ain't that right, girl?
Butch, drunk with power, grabbed the woman and forcefully violated her as she struggled desperately to break free. The horrific scene exposed their complete lack of humanity. The townspeople lived in constant terror of Butch and his family, who regularly kidnapped women, raped them, and committed unspeakable atrocities with complete impunity. I told you we should have taken that other one. Might have been helpful around the kitchen, one commented callously about their victims. As Butch enjoyed his vile behavior,
Butch, y'all lead up now. We got business to do.
Yes, Mama.
unbeknownst to them, Brenner was preparing her next move. She crafted a sharp wooden weapon.
Isn't your strong suit?
Where are the rest of you?
Thought you were dead, the man gasped before dying. After killing the man and hiding his body, she disappeared into the forest like a shadow, moving with purpose. Her mission continued as she hunted down the next target, killing him with precision.
You kill my husband, you all die.
She also wounded another man, cutting off his leg, but instead of killing him, simply watched him crawl away. Run, rabbit, run. Determined to destroy Butch's power, Brenner set fire to an important cabin. A massive explosion shook the forest. "Go see what those two idiots are up to," Mother ordered. "Yes, Mama." Sheriff Hobbs heard the explosion and went to investigate. The blast also attracted Butch and his mother's attention. Seeing smoke from the cabin's direction, Butch felt uneasy. While traveling through the forest, Butch found one of his men badly injured from Brenner's attack.
It was that bitch. She's still alive. She killed her.
He loaded him into his truck, unaware that Brenner was hiding in the truck bed, watching and waiting. Upon returning home with bad news, Butch faced his mother's wrath. He was scolded and slapped for his failure. "You shot that devil, and she is still alive. You had one simple task, and you couldn't handle it. Better fix this."
You had one simple task and you couldn't handle it. You shot that Jezebel and she is still alive.
Butch then visited an old acquaintance with access to records, asking him to investigate Brenner's background. The man discovered a shocking fact. Brenner was a former soldier with elite training. First female ranger, he revealed. Butch and his mother realized they faced an enemy far more dangerous than they thought. Meanwhile, Sheriff Hobbs discovered the body of one of Butch's men and reported the violence. When his team arrived, they identified the corpse as part of Mother's group. Hobbs requested a meeting with Mother, but she pretended the man committed suicide, stabbed himself in the rib cage 6 times. That night, Mother and her children drank themselves into a stupor. Butch woke up drunk, unaware danger awaited. As he walked into the room, Brenner was waiting in the shadows. Without hesitation, she lunged at Butch and slit his throat. Revenge for her husband's death. Staying hidden, Brenner witnessed a horrifying reality. A man brutally dragging a terrified young girl into a room where he violently raped her before locking her away. As she investigated further, she discovered many other girls held captive, all victims of systematic sexual abuse. The girls showed clear signs of repeated assault and trauma. Touched by their desperate plight, Brenner was determined to free them all. "I got to get you out of here. You'll be okay," she promised gently. But gunmen entered and opened fire, killing one girl. "Run!" Brenner dispatched the attackers and took a girl named Emily into the woods for safety. Mother, receiving news of Butch's death and the escape, mobilized search teams with dogs. That night, Emily tearfully revealed the full horror of her captivity. She was pregnant from repeated rapes by Butch and terrified of what would happen. "It's Butch's baby, which means it's mama's. They sell us and replace us with other girls. Every few months there's a shipment," she explained, describing the horrific human trafficking operation. During their escape, they encountered the policewoman who had initially warned them.
Emily, in the car. Back in the car!
She offered help, but when they awoke in her car, they were surrounded. She was Mother's spy. During torture, Emily confessed her pregnancy. Mother ordered her separated. Brenner broke free, killed the guards, and together with Emily entered the room where Mother waited. A fierce battle erupted as Brenner fought with deadly precision and skill. Amidst the chaos, Mother held Emily hostage with a knife to her neck. When Brenner was attacked from behind, Mother slit Emily's throat. No, Brenner killed her attacker but couldn't save Emily. "You don't deserve this. I'm so sorry." 3 months later, Mother sat in her garden when a message arrived: Judgment Day. Before she could react, a bullet pierced her head. From a distance, Brenner watched, her revenge complete. Army of One proves that sometimes the most dangerous enemy is the one you leave alive.